Ready. Blue ready. 58. Come on. Curry.
Winston now to throw on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
50. Blue ready. 58 right there. And let's get this. Flip.
Throwing, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready? Blue ready. 54. Hey, stop. Watch twins. Hey, check.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Ready? Blue ready. Flip. Green, come see. Hey, let's get a conversion.
The first down throw for Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 50. Truck. Side field.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 13 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Yellow. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Yellow, yellow. Attack, attack.
On first down, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Frazier. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try the left side. It's Frazier, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
54, right there. Let's go.
On second down and 4, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Yellow, 180. Hey, yellow, hey, go. 51 the mark.
They'll run on first down. Frazier. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 36, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hatchet. Hayward. 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Frazier. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
On first down, it's Frazier, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now, it's Frazier. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Yellow! Let's go, little lady!
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Yellow! Let's go, little lady! 15!
You get blocked, me. You get
Working from the gun, Mahomes is going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Check, 45.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They come out here in the eye. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's second down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I'm coming. Check. Undercrush. Come on.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Blue lady, green, triple team.
Here we go. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Play fake. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Right here.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll run on first down. Frazier, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now here's Mahomes rolling to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, baby.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 45.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It
certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Wait.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
down these two. Buy down these two. Let's go, Wally.
Richardson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. He's going to get it running right, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And this is caught! And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Watch the twist.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Blue ready.
54 miles. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. Flip it.
Jameis now on 1st down. Caught by Allen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready. Blue ready.
Yes, Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Let's go.
Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow! I go Little Lady!
Got to do better.
Come on, Chris!
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D!
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 30.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 21.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Farrell, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
60 outlaw.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.